Jamie Fraser appears in Inverness long before he is born. He doesn't speak. He doesn't touch anything. He only watches Claire from the shadows. For years, fans believed this moment was just a mystery left behind. But one quiet detail in Outlander Season 7 suggests this scene was never random. It may have been telling us the truth all along. From the very first season of Outlander, Jamie's ghost has stayed in the minds of fans. In 1945, Inverness, Claire looks out her window and senses someone watching her. What she doesn't know yet is that the man standing there is Jamie Fraser decades before they meet, before he is even born. He doesn't look angry or afraid. He looks calm, almost gentle, like someone seeing a loved one for the last time. What makes this moment so strange is not just the timing. It's the feeling of the scene. The ghost doesn't act like a warning or a threat. He feels emotional, personal, intentional. For years, viewers tried to explain it using time travel rules, logic, and timelines. But none of those answers ever fully worked. Jamie cannot travel through stones. He never learns how. And yet, there he is. Season 7 changes how we should look at this moment. The show slows down. It spends more time on memory, fear, and the idea of losing someone forever. Jamie is older now. He talks more openly about death, about what happens when one of them is gone. These are not random conversations. They are placed carefully, almost like the story is asking us to look back and rethink what we thought we knew. The ghost scene was never about how Jamie got there. It was about why. And Season 7 quietly reminds us that Outlander has never been about rules, it has always been about love that refuses to end. Season 7 of Outlander feels quieter, but heavier. The story slows down, not because nothing is happening, but because everything is sinking in. Jamie and Claire are no longer fighting, just enemies or history. They are fighting time itself. Every episode carries the weight of what they might lose, not someday, but soon. Jamie in Season 7 is different. He listens more. He watches Claire when she isn't looking. His fear is no longer about battle or survival. It is about absence, about what the world would be like without her in it. These moments are small, almost easy to miss, but they matter more than any war scene. They show a man thinking beyond life. This is where the ghost begins to make sense. Season 7 pushes one idea again and again. Love does not stop when time runs out. Jamie speaks as if part of him already knows he will never truly leave Claire. Not in spirit, not in presence. Even when death feels close, his bond to her feels stronger. The show also leans heavily into memory. Characters talk about moments as if they are happening again. The past feels alive, not gone. This tells us something important. In Outlander, time is not a straight line. Feelings move through it freely. Love moves even faster. So when you look back at Jamie's ghost, Season 7 asks you to stop seeing it as a mystery to solve. Instead, see it as a promise. Jamie is not lost in time. He is exactly where his heart pulls him. And Season 7 makes it clear his heart has only ever known one place. In Season 7, Jamie faces the idea of death in a way we have never seen before. Not as a warrior, not as a protector, but as a man deeply afraid of leaving the woman he loves behind. He doesn't speak with drama or fear in his voice. Instead, there is calm, acceptance, almost certainty. And that is what makes the moment unsettling. Jamie talks as if love does not end when life does. His words suggest that even if his body is gone, something of him would still remain with Claire, watching, waiting, guarding. The scene is slow, quiet, and filled with pauses. The camera lingers on his face, not to show strength, but longing. It feels less like a conversation and more like a confession. This is where the ghost finally fits. Not as a plot device, but as an emotional truth. Jamie's ghost in Inverness is not lost or confused. He is calm, because he knows exactly why he is there. He isn't traveling through time. He is returning to love. The Season 7 scene shows us that Jamie already believes this is possible. That love is stronger than life, stronger than years, stronger than rules. The way the scene is filmed matters too. The soft light, the stillness, the silence between words. These are the same feelings we see in the ghost scene. The show is drawing a line between the two moments without ever saying it out loud. Season 7 doesn't explain the ghost with answers. It explains it with emotion. And once you feel that connection, the ghost is no longer a mystery. It is a goodbye that refused to stay silent. Season 7 makes one thing clear without ever saying it directly. In Outlander, time is not the strongest force. Love is. Again and again, the story shows us that emotions do not stay locked in one moment. They return, they echo, they linger. Jamie's ghost begins to feel less like a mystery and more like a natural result of that rule. Jamie does not appear in Inverness by accident. He appears because that is where Claire is. Not because of dates or years, but because of connection. Season 7 shows Jamie thinking beyond his own life, beyond his own ending. He speaks and acts like someone who believes that love leaves marks on the world, even after everything else fades. The ghost doesn't interact with objects. He doesn't try to change anything. He only watches. That detail matters. Season 7 reminds us that watching can be an act of love, protecting without being seen, staying close without interfering. Jamie has always loved Claire this way, quietly, fiercely, without needing control. When you place Season 7 beside that early scene, the meaning shifts. The ghost is not breaking rules. He is following the only rule that has ever mattered to Jamie Fraser: never leave Claire if there is any way to stay. Even if that way is only as a presence. Even if it is only as a shadow. So the question is no longer how Jamie became a ghost. The question is, why wouldn't he? Season 7 gives us the answer through feeling, not explanation. Some loves do not move on. They stay, they watch, and they wait patiently outside of time itself. Season 7 slowly removes the idea that Jamie's ghost exists because of magic or science. Instead, it points us towards something deeper. Jamie has never needed stones or special abilities to stay connected to Claire. His connection to her has always existed on another level, one that doesn't care about years or centuries. The ghost doesn't act like a traveler lost in the wrong time. He acts like a man who knows exactly where he needs to be. He appears only once. He looks only at Claire, and then he's gone. Season 7 helps us understand why. Jamie's purpose was never to change the past or warn the future. It was simply to see her, one last time, or maybe the first. Throughout Season 7, Jamie speaks as if love has its own memory, as if the heart remembers even when the body cannot. He believes that bonds don't break easily. They stretch, they bend, but they do not disappear. This idea turns the ghost into something very different. Not a spirit trapped between worlds, but a part of Jamie that refuses to let go. The show also reminds us that Jamie has always been guided by instinct when it comes to Claire. He finds her across time without knowing how. He chooses her again and again without hesitation. The ghost feels like the final version of that instinct. No plan, no rules, just love pulling him to where she is. Season 7 doesn't say this out loud. It lets the audience feel it. And once you accept this idea, the ghost no longer feels strange. It feels inevitable. Because if Jamie Fraser could remain with Claire in any form at all, why wouldn't he choose to do exactly that? Season 7 changes the way Outlander treats time. It no longer feels like a straight path moving forward. Instead, it feels like something that folds in on itself. Memories come back stronger than the present. Feelings last longer than years. And love seems able to move wherever it wants. Jamie's ghost appearing before his birth stops being impossible when you see time this way. The show suggests that Jamie's bond with Claire is not created when they meet. It already exists. Their meeting is not the beginning, it is the moment the connection becomes visible. Season 7 leans into this idea through quiet moments where Jamie speaks as if fate has always known where he belongs. Jamie doesn't need to be alive in 1945 to be there. What appears is not his body, but his devotion, his awareness of Claire, his need to find her, even without knowing why. Season 7 shows Jamie trusting feelings he cannot explain, and this prepares us to understand the ghost as the same kind of presence, real but not physical. The ghost doesn't age. He doesn't speak. He doesn't interact with the world. That tells us something important. He is not bound by life stages or years. He exists outside them. Season 7 teaches us that in Outlander, love remembers even when time doesn't. So Jamie appearing before his birth is not a mistake in the story. It's a message. Love doesn't wait for permission from time. It arrives when it needs to. And for Jamie Fraser, that moment was the instant. Claire stood alone at a window before either of them knew what their lives were about to become. In the end, Season 7 doesn't give us answers wrapped in rules or logic. It gives us something quieter and far more powerful. It asks us to see Jamie's ghost not as a question mark, but as a promise. A promise that love, once chosen, does not loosen its grip, not even after time, not even after death. Jamie's ghost never feels lost. He feels certain, certain of who Claire is, certain of where she will be. Season 7 shows us a Jamie who understands that some bonds are not meant to be broken or explained. They are meant to be honored. His ghost standing in the shadows is not haunting her. He is witnessing her, holding space for her, loving her in the only way he can. This is why the show never turns the ghost into a spectacle. No dramatic reveal, no clear explanation, because the meaning isn't meant to be spoken. It's meant to be felt. The same way Jamie and Claire's connection has always been felt, long before it was understood. Season 7 gently prepares us for this idea, that the ending of Outlander may not be about closure, but continuity. About love that doesn't disappear when the story ends, but lingers quietly like a figure watching from the dark. So when you think back to that first scene in Inverness, it no longer feels strange. It feels right. Jamie Fraser was never out of place. He was exactly where he was always meant to be, waiting, watching, loving. And maybe that's the true message Outlander has been telling us from the very beginning. Some love stories don't end. They simply exist outside of time.